Mga katropa, alam mo ba na ang DWDD 1134 kHz AFP radio ay ang opisyal na radio station ng Sandatahang Lakas ng Pilipinas na binubuo ng Army, Navy at Air Force na siyang maghahatid sa inyo ng mga balita mula sa ating Armed Forces at iba pang impormasyon. Mga katropa, hanapin at ilike kami sa Facebook, Twitter at YouTube. DWDD AFP Radio, ang boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
In this modern age of ever-evolving security threats, an organization stands out in the Philippine Army. Professional soldiers with unwavering commitment, working as a team, performing tasks unheard, unseen, providing accurate, timely, relevant, and predictive intelligence. They are exactly where they are supposed to be, upholding the core purpose of serving the people and securing the land. We are your Army Intelligence Regiment.
Tapat, totoo, at may mabuting hangarin para sa bayan at mga mamamayan. Iyan ang ilan sa mga kalidad na inaasahan ng sambayan ng Pilipino sa mga nahahalal na opisyal ng pamahalaan. At sa pagpasok ng administrasyon, 6 na taon na ang nakalipas, ay agaran naming nakita, nadinig, at naramdaman ang pagsisikap at kalinga ng isang tunay na pinuno. Ang pangako lamang noon na change is coming ay tinatamasa na ng bawat mamamayang Pilipino. Maraming programa ang tuluyang naisakatuparan. At yan ang pinagpapasalamat ng buong sambayan ng Pilipino. Sa nalalabing mga araw ay may bagong leader na naman ang mauupo sa pwesto. Bilang isang mamamayan na nakatamasa ng pagbabago, aking hiling ay may pagpatuloy nawa ang magagandang nasimulan. Nawa ay hindi masayang ang napagtagumpayan nating mga laban. Laban na kung saan ay tunay na sinubok ang pagmamahal sa ating bayang sinilangan. Hindi lang laban sa terorismo, kundi maging sa paggising sa natutulog na diwa ng ating pagka-Pilipino. Tayo ay patuloy na magtulungan. Dahil ang tagumpay ng isa ay tagumpay ng bawat mamamayang Pilipino.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon, ang iyong AFP Health Service Command patuloy ang pag-aalaga, pagbabalita ng mga serbisyong pangkalusugan para sa mga kasundaluhan at sibilyan.
Ito ang iyong USAPANG Health Service dito lang sa DWDD AFP Radio. Iba tayo.
That's right. Dito wala. All right, once again, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're live here at Central Viscom, Visayas Command, here at Barangay Apas, Lahog, Cebu City. At the same time, once again, hello Philippines and hello world. Ito ulit ang mga kaganapan at impormasyon na maghahatid balita at katuwang mo sa oras na ito. Magandang hapon Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Ako nga po ulit ay inyong katropang si Major Rhey B. Mallorca, Nurse Corps, inyong Assistant Chief for Public Information Office ng inyong AFP Health Service Command. Tutok lang sa Usapang Health Service dito lang sa DWDD AFP Radio, ang boses ng inyong Kawal Pilipino. Ang hirap talaga pag live, no? Hindi natin alam. Of course, no? We would like to recognize the personalities behind this Usapang Health Service. First and foremost, we would like to greet the personality, no other than our Commander, AFP Health Service Command, Brigadier General Edgar M. Cardenosa, Philippine Air Force. Good afternoon, sir. And of course, our Deputy Commander, AFP Health Service Command, Colonel Marinela Kailipan, Medical Corps, General Staff Corps, and of course, our very supportive Chief of Staff, Colonel Lauro Oliveros, Philippine Army, and all the coordinating and personal staff of your AFP Health Service Command. Magandang hapon at welcome here dito sa Queen City of the South, Cebu. Ayun, live tayo. Di ba, ma'am? Happy ba kayo, ma'am?
Happy.
All right. Later on, we will be presenting to you our guest for this afternoon dito sa ating Usapang Health Service. And of course, syempre, wag natin kalimutan ang ating commander ng inyong Visayas Command. No other than Lieutenant General Robert C. Daos, Philippine Army. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for welcoming us here live dito sa ating Usapang Health Service, dito po sa AFP Health Service Center Central, Camp Lapu-Lapu, Barangay Apas, Cebu City, Visayas Command. All right. So anyway, of course, to our personnel ng inyong AFP Health Service Center Central, headed by our chief, which will be introduced later, nandito sa ating sa inyong camera, sa ating mga katropang nakikinig at nakikibalita sa atin, oras-oras dito sa ating Usapang Health Service. We're live for about 1 to 2 p.m. lang po, no? It's just 1 hour of balitaktakan considering the information dissemination campaign of your AFP Health Service Command. Ayun. So again, please don't forget to like and share. Nandyan po sa ating mga screen ang ating AFP Health Service Command FB page, no other than Health Service Center, AFP Health Service Command, Public Information Office, at the same time sa ating AFP Radio, Usapang Health Service, sa DWDD, ang boses na inyong kawal Pilipino. Alright, so anyway, before we could move on sa ating Usapang Health Service segment dito sa Cebu City, for the information of everyone, we are so excited and very delightful na nagkaroon tayo ng ganitong programa dito sa health service centers na magkaroon ng iikutan natin ang ating mga different centers. There are 6 centers sa inyong AP Health Service Command, and of course, tapos na po tayo sa 2 health service center. So previously, we do have Nolcom, and so sa Tarlac, at the same time dito sa Lucena, sa Solcom. And right now, we're live dito sa Visayas Command, Armed Forces of the Philippines. Your servant in the Visayas. Ayun, it comprises of your 3rd Infantry Division, 8th Infantry Division, your 1,000 or your Naval Forces Central. Ayun. So again, good afternoon sa ating mga katropang nakikinig, mga sundalo man yan, mga civilian, at the same time, ating mga dependents that we need to recognize the importance dito sa ating Usapang Health Service. And so, please don't forget to subscribe and follow again our official FB page, AFP Health Service Command Public Information Office. At the same time, your AFP Radio Usapang Health Service. All right. So, I would like to introduce to you our guests for this afternoon. Marami sila. It's a team effort. Hindi pwedeng isa lang daw. Kasi kakabahan daw si ma'am. Mamaya siya lang mag-isa. So we need a supportive members of our group, headed by your Chief Health Service Center Central. No other than, palakpakan naman natin our Chief Health Service Center Central, Colonel Mary Grace O. Patalindagat, Nurse Corps, General Staff Corps. Big round of applause. Ayan. Ang dami kong binabayaran dito. Live kasi tayo, dito via Zoom, dito sa ating bondad at Digoma Hall ng inyong Visayas Command. Ma'am, thank you for coming over. And of course, our Chief Nurse, Camp Lapu-Lapu Station Hospital, no other than Colonel Erlin Espera, Nurse Corps, General Staff Corps. Yan, good afternoon, ma'am. Yan, palakpak taga. And of course, the executive officer ng inyong pinakagwapong Camp Lapu-Lapu Station Hospital. Dati ko siyang kasama way back when we were still our OJT days or PGI days ni sir. So, no other than Lieutenant Colonel Giancarlo L. Cabanag, Medical Corps. Ayun. Pero may panglaban na tayo sa Central. And of course, our commanding officer na inyong Camp Lapu-Lapu Dental Dispensary. Siyempre si Sir, laging nagja-jogging to sa Biluna at nakikita ko siya lagi. Ewan ko lang dito sa Visayas Command kung nagagandaan ba siya sa lugar. So no other than Lieutenant Colonel Edgar O. Gonzalez, Dental Service, General Staff Corps. Good afternoon, sir. So ma'am, kayo naman, bati naman sa ating mga viewers na nakikinig dito sa ating Usapang Health Service. Lalo na sa ating mga katropang nandyan sa mga bulubundukin ng 3rd Infantry Division, 8th Infantry Division, or Navy or Air Force. Ma'am, bate.
Okay, isang pagbati ng magandang hapon at may pugpupugay sa ating mga kasundaluhan. Okay? And then, syempre sa iyo, Katropang Rhey.
Yes, ma'am.
Oo. Ang kupunan ng Health Service Center Central ay talagang nagagalak dahil sa pagbigay niyo sa amin ng pagkakataon na maipahayag din yung aming mga serbisyong pangkalusugan. Hindi namin ito maaabot kung hindi sa initiative ng ating dakilang Health Service Commander na si Brigadier General Edgar M. Cardenosa, Philippine Air Force. At ang ating mga layunin na naka-outline dito sa pangkalusugan ay hindi rin natin maabot kung hindi sa paghahandog ng palagiang suporta na nanggagaling sa ating VISCOM Commander na si Lieutenant General Robert C. Daos, Philippine Air Force. Sa inyo, sir, magandang hapon din.
Ayun. So, thank you, ma'am, for the opportunity na binigyan kami dito sa welcoming us dito sa ating Health Service Center Central sa Cebu City. Well, anyway, to be sa ating mga viewers, no, syempre, taga rito rin ako at this is an opportunity na we grab the opportunity to be with our family at the same time. No? Thank you, ma'am, for welcoming us together. My team, PIO, Sergeant Santiago, and Miss Shaira Milan, our job order journalists at the same time. Of course, ma'am, bati naman our chief nurse na ready siya kanina pa talaga na doon sa gilid. Inaabangan niya na kung ano mga kasagutan na pwede nating siyempre, ipadama dito sa ating Usapang Health Service. Ma'am, bati naman.
Magandang hapon Katropang Rhey at magandang hapon po sa ating mga Katropang Health Service Center Central, especially sa ating Katropang Camp Lapu-Lapu Station Hospital at sa aking mga nursing service personnel. Salamat po sa pagkakataon at least maipamahagi din po namin ang aming kontribusyon ng nursing service dito po sa pagtugon sa COVID pandemic. Salamat sa opportunity.
Ayun. So, good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you for, of course, si ma'am pala was way back my chief nurse, no? Dito sa Camp Lapu-Lapu Station Hospital. At the same time, siyempre, collateral natin, ma'am, yung mga duties and responsibilities. Hindi natin, kailangan natin tugunan yan, no? Every time we do have our collateral duties, as long as hindi naman natin yung primary duty natin. Of course, siyempre, ating next, ang sabi ko nga, pinakagwapo, dating artista to, no? Sa ABS-CBN Bisaya. No other than Colonel Giancarlo, sir. Kabanag, sir. Bati naman, sir.
Yun nga po ang Katropang Rhey at sa lahat ng viewers natin. Special shout out to the commanding officer of Camp Lapu-Lapu Station Hospital, Colonel Rhey.
Ayun, huwag natin kalimutan pala. Siyempre, sir. Our very supportive chief commanding officer ng inyong Camp Lapu-Lapu Station Hospital, Colonel Kahita, ma'am. Ayun, wala lang siya dito because of some prior commitment na hindi natin inaasahan because siyempre kailangan niya gampanan yan. Of course, the CEO of your Camp Lapu-Lapu Dental Dispensary, Sir Gonzales, sir. Any greetings?
Magandang hapon, Katropang Rhey. Maraming salamat sa pagbigay sa amin ng oportunidad para isiwalat namin sa mga ating mga stakeholders sa mga nakikinig ng pagbibigay namin ng serbisyo sa aming area of responsibility. With that, we also acknowledge yung very supportive namin na the BISCOM Commander, Lieutenant General Robert Daos, saka din po yung aking what you call that kapangalan, no,
Yes.
si Sir Cardenosa, Edgar Cardenosa.
Same name pala, sir.
Same name.
Oo nga pala.
Tukayo. Sir, magandang hapon. And pati po yung aming head po sa Chief Dental, Brigadier General Angelica Adilara Torres. She's very supportive about this namin sa health service na naging proactive kami para sa community and sa stakeholder ng AAP. At maraming salamat din kay aming chief, kay Ma'am Patunang Dagat. Siya po ay very supportive po sa amin lahat dito. Lastly po, break ko na rin po yung aking class.
Siyempre,
class
sir.
69.
Kailangan yan. Mga stakeholders natin yan eh. Kailangan may mga
Partners
connections
natin,
din tayo.
Kasi meron po kaming, akong classmate po dito sa engineer. Which is, nandito sila ngayon naka-assign sa area ng Viscom. So with that, marami pong salamat sa inyong lahat.
All right, so good afternoon again. Once again, thank you sir for coming over, ma'am, for your opportunity na nagkaroon tayo ng talk show. Hindi po to press con na tinatawag. Ganito talaga pag live, no? Minsan, we are flexible naman dito sa ating Usapang Health Service. So the more important thing behind is we need to disseminate to you the information, talking about the management, the treatment, and of course, the hospital capability at the same time, your dental and your veterinary capability dito sa ating Usapang Health Service. Of course, no? To give them a glimpse, ma'am, of what is really happening here at your AFP Health Service Center Central. So, siyempre, papa-play natin yung audio-visual presentation na pre-prepare ng inyong AFP Health Service Center Central. So, please watch this.
The Health Service Center Central Armed Forces of the Philippines Health Service Command, the medical servant in the Visayas. The Health Service Center Central is located in the biggest island of the Visayas, the Cebu City, south central of the Philippines. It is protected by offshore Mactan Island and by the inland Cordillera Central. It is one of the country's largest cities in the Philippines. It is situated inside the Visayas Command Armed Forces of the Philippines, formerly known as Central Command in Camp Lapu-Lapu, Apas, Cebu City. The Health Service Center Central is one of the 6 operating health service centers under Armed Forces of the Philippines Health Service Command. It was activated last 30 May 2018 pursuant to General Orders Number 681, General Headquarters, Armed Forces of the Philippines, dated 01 June 2018 from its former name, the Health Service Central. The Health Service Central was activated pursuant to the implementing rules of Letter of Instruction Number 08 General Headquarters AFP dated 27 March 2017. And in response to the approved AFP force structure and presidential directives, the Armed Forces of the Philippines Medical Center is deactivated effective 01 April 2017, and subsequently, Armed Forces of the Philippines Health Service Command is activated effective same day. Thus, personnel and logistics from 3 operating units, namely Camp Lapu-Lapu Station Hospital, Camp Lapu-Lapu Dental Dispensary, and Camp Lapu-Lapu Veterinary Hospital were all transferred to AFP Health Service Command. We stand, unite, and fight in battling our enemies as one team of the Health Service Center Central. In support to the goal of the AFP Health Service Command of having a responsive and sustainable health care services, the Chief of Health Service Center Central, Colonel Mary Grace O. Patanindagat, Nurse Corps General Staff Corps, stands as a leader and a bridge for her troops to combine, merging all available forces to increase readiness of the center. She conducts visits to subunits to provide direction, conducts coordinating conferences, and mission planning with the commanding officers of the subunits to lay down the mandate, commander's guidance, and at the same time promote management of the center. Also by linking with local government units to generate support for the center, and so as to help the community, she conducted and attended trainings and seminars to increase the training readiness of the center, intensified stakeholders' engagement to have alliances and link. The headquarters of Health Service Center Central, recognizing its contributors, lifts the morale and welfare of her personnel and always keeping in heart and tradition the military customs and practices. As a fruit of the hard work and good leadership, the center was able to acquire equipment to improve the operational functions of the units, finished repair of facilities, and ongoing repair projects. The center is not only focused in hard work, but as well as inspires the personnel to continue their work and feel that they are in a good place by boosting the personnel's morale and welfare through building strong camaraderie and spirit de corps, and gives award and appreciations for their successes. The center believes that by protecting the personnel, it fosters their effectiveness and productivity. Preserving the force by providing them immunity for the unseen enemy and by conducting mental health care activities. With a well-cared personnel, the center started the year right by conducting civic action programs. The center, in collaboration with the Visayas Command Armed Forces of the Philippines, has organized a bloodletting activity last 18 March 2022 at Bonded Hall of Visayas Command as one of the pre-celebration activities of AFP-HSC 5th founding anniversary. Along with it is the wellness program, where personnel of approximately 250 military personnel within the AOR of Viscom has been taught to be at their fittest and healthiest.
Our audio-visual presentation live dito sa Health Service Center Central. And again, to give you a glimpse of what are the sub-units ng inyong AFP Health Service Center Central. And of course, syempre sir, with their accomplishments during this COVID-19 pandemic, it's a highlight here dito sa Cebu because considering the different struggles, the different syempre, sacrifices your health service team Central is doing during that time of pandemic. That was in 2020, sir, no? Na nandito pa ako noon. I was the operation officer at the same time assigned dito sa APL Service Command Central, no? And of course, no, syempre sila yung mga nandito ngayon para malalaman natin kung anong mga ginagawa nila. We talk about the capability, we talk about the management, the care, the treatment of your patients, considering the different struggles and challenges could be mild to moderate to severe cases of your COVID-19 pandemic. All right, so wag na tayong patagal, ma'am. Of course, we will go directly to the question na pinaghandaan natin dito ngayon. At of course, before we could proceed, ma'am, no, we would like to recognize the importance dito sa ating mga viewers. Siyempre, sa shoutout muna natin si M. Garcia, the best ka talaga. Ayun. Stay safe. Ayan, para pagkain to Thanks, Health Heroes, sabi niya, no? Arlene Singkay, Mag-Usara, hello po, sir. Katropang Rhey, sa lahat po ng mga katropang mga guests at sa lahat ng dito sa Health Service Center Central. God bless you all. Keep safe and healthy from Net Jimenez, no? Ang dalawang saksi ng bagong henerasyon, dalawang pinakamayamang tao sa buong mundo. Ayun, ano ba itong pinag-ano niya? YouTube. So, related naman siguro to. Anyway, to all the members na nakikipanood sa atin, sir, no? We're live here dito sa Health Service Center Central. So if you do have any questions, suggestion, or any recommendations na pwedeng may tanong sa ating mga guests this afternoon, pwede po, you use your chat box dito sa ating AFP Facebook page at the same time your USAPANG Health Service YouTube channel. All right, so good afternoon once again, ma'am. First question, ma'am, no? It is not a Miss Universe question, but it is directly to the Chief Health Service Center Central. Ma'am, what will be the main role, the mission ng inyong AFP Health Service Center Central dito sa Visayas Command?
Okay, Rhey. Ang pinaka-ultimate namin na mission is that kailangan naming siguraduhin na ang matatanggap at ang itutugon namin sa mga pangangailangan kalusugan ng aming tropa ay angkop at dekalidad. Ang tinutukoy ko dito ay ang mga sundalo na under sa Visayas Command, ang aming civilian resource, and ang kanilang mga pamilya. At ito'y particularly sumasakop sa regions 6, 7, and 8.
Napakalawak pala talaga ng Visayas Command, no? Considering the areas of Region 6 from Tacloban, tama ba? Region 6? No. Capiz, Aklan, that is Panay area, ma'am, in general. Iloilo, Negros. At Region 7, of course, Visayas, dito sa Cebu, your Bohol, Dumaguete. At the same time, your 8th Infantry Division, Region 8, Samar, Tacloban areas, ma'am, no? So ang lawak na ginagampanan ng role ng inyong AFP Health Service Center Central, Considering meron din tayong mga 8th Infantry Division at 3rd Infantry Division na sa level nila, if there are no capabilities na hindi nila kaya, they will evacuate here sa ating AFP Health Service Center Central because this is the highest echelon of care dito sa level ng inyong Visayas area. Before we could move on to our Viluna Hospital, which is the tertiary level hospital of care. All right? Ma'am, ano po ba yung mga capabilities na pwede mong ipagmamalaki dito sa AFP Health Service Center Central? Considering, ma'am, we do have Air Force, Navy, and Army, no? So marami, 53rd Engineering Brigade, and all the personnels, of course, are stakeholders na napaka-importante considering the civilian employees na laging nandyan sa atin, nagpapakonsulta sa atin, or nagpapacheck up ng kanilang mga aso, yung mga kanilang mga ngipin, nandito yung mga dentist natin at mga ating mga chief nurse, of course, treatment and management of their care. Ma'am, ano po yun?
Of course, maliban doon sa efficient na pagbigay ng medical, dental, at veterinary services, pinaigting namin yung aming mga preventive measures kasi syempre galing tayo sa panahon ng pandemic na hanggang ngayon hindi pa nga natin malaman kung tapos na. Dito, marami tayong dapat pasalamatan dahil nga kaakibat natin ang ating DOH Region 7, ang ating mga, kahit dito sa loob, masyadong nag-construct ng ating mga EQF, ang ating 53rd.
Yes, ma'am.
Nagbigay din ng dati nating, although light materials lang, pero talagang pinagbigyan tayo ng San Miguel Corporation.
Yun. So yan yung mga stakeholders niyo dito, ma'am, sa Health Service Center Central.
Ganoon. Tapos,
DPWH, ma'am, di ba?
DPWH,
Ayun,
yes.
kasi ang bagong
At saka yung
buildings na meron kayo.
Ayun. Capability enhancement namin, syempre, dinayo ng Odette yung aming dating EQF.
Sinira, ma'am, no?
Sinira talaga siya. Tapos, in-enhance namin ngayon and we are on the progress of building a 22-bed capacity na modular hospital.
So,
Ayan. That fund was being personally released from our Senator Villar's fund.
ayun. So from the DPWH talaga yan. Modular Hospital. Para sa ating mga kasundaluhan dito sa AFP Health Service Center Central or Visayas Command in General.
At hindi natin may pagliban yung mga sa paligid nating kafamilya na natin, yung ating AFSLAI, yung ating MBI, ang dami yan nila anak.
Laging nandyan, ma'am, yung Savings Loan and Association. Dan, buhay yung AFP.
Yes. Serious yan ang kanilang tulong sa atin.
Ayan. So,
At saka, syempre hindi natin mapagkaila na during the time ng unos ni Odette, talagang kinukup kami ng Visayas Command.
so malaking pasalamat natin, ma'am, sa ating head na ating Visayas Command, General Daos,
Yes.
Lieutenant General Daos, sir. Maraming salamat with the help ng ating mga health service centers, no, na mga capabilities nila na pwedeng ipabahagi dito sa ating Visayas Command area of responsibility. Other than that, ma'am, meron pa
Pwede
po ba?
kung, kasi out of 6 na centers, kasama kami doon sa 4 na medyo may distance, malayong distance sa ating inaasahang AFP Medical Center. So sa aming intensyon na bibigyan ng total management na kahit na mga complicated cases ng ating mga pasyente, meron kaming kaugnayan ng mga sa labas, either private or government hospital. Sa pamamagitan ng Memorandum of Agreement, meron na kami yan with Vicente Soto Hospital.
Ayun. So kagandahan pala dito, kumpleto na, ma'am. All in na rin talaga ang malaman lang ng ating mga viewers na nakikinig sa atin, lalo na sa ating mga katropa na syempre the negative effect na nandun pa rin, no, na naintindihan nila at kulang pa rin ang yung services. But right now, with the help of the modernization project ng ating President Duterte, at the same time with the head or the support of your Commander AFP Health Service Command General Cardinosa as a logistician, napakalaking tulong po para sa atin dito sa area na ating Visayas Command. And of course, ma'am, meron pa dito, no? During the surge of pandemic and calamities na tumama dito sa Cebu City, ma'am. Paano po natin na-handle ang mga, syempre, bagay-bagay talking about your Health Service Center Central when we talk about the situations na considering the limited resources na meron lang kayo ngayon right now, no, dito sa Health Service Center Central?
Ayun nga, kasi lahat naman tayo siguro masyadong ina-underestimate si Odette. Though we have preparation for that disastrous na mga event, pero hindi natin akalain na ganun kalaki. So the beauty of parang stakeholders engagement, doon na natin sila nakikita. Dahil ganun pa man, kahit yung Makati Medical Center sa Maynila, nagpadala sila ng ayuda para sa atin. Gusto ko lang sana i-highlight na sa panahon pala ng ganyan, no? Yung ating mismong Nurse Corps, AFP, meron din silang pinadalang
Support, ma'am, support.
small amount na para sa kanilang mga kabaro. And this is the opportunity siguro na kahit pa paano, meron kaming organic na nagbigay sa personal.
Sino yan, ma'am?
Oo nga, i-divulge ko na.
Siguro mayaman yan, ha?
Hindi, may
Si Sir
access
Kabanag ba yan?
malapit-lapit.
Malapit-lapit na.
May access lang siya, kaya siya nagpadala. Kasi during that time, water is super
Water
precious.
source is very important. During all that, ma'am, no?
I raise my talagang appreciation sa isa naming staff by the name of Captain Karandang.
Ayun, ang galing naman.
Yes. So
Si Ma'am Rochelle.
Yes, kasi parang alam ko mga log runs ng Air Force, andun yung husband. So hindi
Correct.
siya nag-atubiling bigyan kami ng ng aid.
Ayun. So, napaka-importante talaga. We go on to our stakeholder engagement because that is one way of creating a good environment para susuportahan tayo dito sa Health Service Center Central. Considering the calamities, the disasters that we usually have here dito sa Cebu, no, napaka-grabing apektado. Typhoon, ilang typhoon ang dumadaan, landslide, or even earthquake. At syempre, nung panahon ng 2017, 2018, Yolanda, ma'am, di ba? So, napakahirap dito sa Health Service Center Central if we don't have the resources or we don't have the flexibility to engage with our stakeholders and our partner in crimes all the way in treating and management of our patient always. All right. Thank you, ma'am, for that opportunity. Go naman tayo, ma'am, dito sa ating pinakagwapong artista ngayon sa hapong to, no? No other than our executive officer in yung Camp Lapu-Lapu Station Hospital. By profession, a medicine, a doctor in medicine, the same time, internal medicine or internist, di ba? Siyempre, sir, tama po ba ako? Internist, sir. So, he will be representing the hospital, talking about the level, sir. May katanungan dito. Ano bang level meron na ating Health Service Center Central Camp Lapu-Lapu Station Hospital on the level of DOH accreditation?
Our hospital is a 25-bed facility, level 1 accredited by the DOH. But we also have special units, like we have the operating room, we also have the critical care unit, and the emergency quarantine facility. Bago nasira ni Odette, we were accredited as a 15-bed emergency quarantine facility also. So during those times, malaking tulong na bibigyan natin ng tulong yung mga kasundaluhan natin during those times. So we never evacuated our own. So we took care of our soldiers here within the Health Service Center Central. So those are the
So we are a level 1, sir, no? To highlight,
with
no?
special units.
With special units like, for example, operating room and your critical care unit, no? Ganon kaganda ngayon ang meron ng AP Health Service Center Central with the help na ating mga doctors, with the help of their services, and of course, their management of care. No? Very important po yun para sa ating mga katropang walang alam talking about your health. No? This is very important. This is part of your TINE, our Troop Information Dissemination Campaign, because this is one way, one platform na yung social media ngayon that you could really introduce, you could really grasp the ideas na meron kaagad na tulad ng inyong AP Health Service Center Central. Ayun. Sir, moving on, no? Ano po ba usual na mga medical services na dapat malaman ng ating mga katropa talking about your hospital capability na in-offer?
Okay, so I have mentioned that we have an operating room, so we cater general surgery services because meron tayong mga outsourced consultants, mga surgeons na pupunta dito if we need them. We also have services in adult medicine because I'm an internist. Yung commander din natin sa hospital is an OB gynecologist.
OB-GYN, si ma'am, tama.
Childbirth and other gynecology cases are being treated here. We also have outsourced pediatricians. And aside from that, we have our behavioral sciences. We also have
Talking about the mental health aspect, lalo na ngayon sir sa laban kontra COVID-19, very fortunate tayo na meron na tayong inactivate. So in the screen, no, ipapakita natin later on what will be the hotline, no, na dapat nilang malaman talking about your behavioral science department, sir, no? Para at least if they need help, they just have to call or text lang. Ano bang tawag natin, slogan natin ngayon? Tutok lang ba yun? Ano ba yun? Nakalimutan. Shaira, ano nga yun?
Talk to us.
Talk to us. Ayan. So, kung sa Department of Mental Health and Behavioral Science sa ating Viluna Medical Center, Kawal Call a Friend. Here sa ating AFP Health Service Center Central, talk to us. English lang sila. So, ano pa, sir?
And aside from that, Katropang Rhey, meron din tayong outpatient services, no? Especially yung physical therapy, rehab.
Yan, rehab. Very important po yan, sir. Lalo sa ating mga stroke patients.
Yung laboratory section natin has been accredited as a level 2 facility. Meron na actually tayong blood bank to store our blood kung sakaling merong...
So, kaya na, sir, ha?
Kaya
In
na.
case there are blood transfusion na meron tayo.
And of course, our pharmacy section. And with the help of DOH, yung laboratory section natin has been acquiring or being given RT-PCR kits. So, hindi tayo nagka-problema nung time nung COVID because of the help of DOH Region 7. Doon natin pinapadala yung samples natin for testing. So, talagang almost all we need for a level 1 facility, the services are here. So, in case na you need our help, we are very much able to help you.
Ayun. So, very accommodating talaga itong XO at the same time headed by our commanding officer na inyong hospital, no? Talking about their services, their treatment. Lahat po yan, nandito lahat, no, sa ating health service center. So, why do you need to go out, no, sa ating mga private hospitals considering meron naman tayong mga capability meron dito sa ating health service center central. So, talking about your physical therapy, psychiatric evaluation, if you need counseling, nandito po yung ating mga psychologists. Talking about your laboratory workup, meron po tayong mga lab and diagnostics. Sabi nga ni sir, it's level 2 DOH accredited. Tama po ba, sir? No? That they could really offer their services, no? At the same time, you have your outpatient department if they're talking about your physical examinations na kailangan para sa ating mga kasundalo na gustong, syempre, sumali sa ating pagiging sundalo. Sir, other than that, no, meron po tayong mga katanungan dito. Paano, sir, kung ano yung mga proseso talking about your physical examination? Ano po ba ang pwede natin gawin dyan? Are they accommodated? Like, for example, the Air Force, the Navy, and the Army, libre po ba ang services na pwede nating maibigay para sa ating mga kasundaluhan?
The usual procedure is a letter coming from the unit addressed to our chief. So, Chief's Health Service Center Central, and then later on, forward sa hospital so that they will be scheduled accordingly. So, hinihintay din namin yung mga special releases or reimbursements from the Army and Navy because yung mga reagents and all na ginagamit natin for the physical examination has to be ready before we initiate the physical examination. So basically, kung meron silang request and then alam namin na ma-schedule sila, we will accommodate those needing physical examination for re-enlistment, promotion, or whatever. All the more yung mga pre-entry, so we also cater that. Meron tayong medical dental board within the center na magki-cater so that pre-entry, nabibigyan din natin ng adequate selection kung talagang for procurement ba sila.
So, ibig sabihin, sir, there should be proper coordination from their unit to our unit dito sa Health Service Center Central talking about the releases of budget. Kasi, syempre, hindi naman lahat pwedeng syempre, sir, pagbigyan natin, no? Considering how many amount of money is needed for the services that we render dito sa ating medical facility. But however, we are doing our job dito naman sir, no? We're talking about the services that you render always in case of emergency, in case of admission, in case of case-to-case basis naman. But talking about yung mga retired personnel natin sir, kasi this will be a big dilemma sa ating Health Service Center Central, lalo na sa entire naman no centers or any hospital of choice na meron sa ating military treatment facility. Paano ba natin hinahandle yung mga retired personnel nagpapa-check up, talking about the medical, the dental, or the veterinary services? Could you answer, sir?
We handle patients the same way, lahat. We don't delay any immediate treatment, so we treat. And then later on, if the patient is a civilian and walang magagarantor, so we transfer, we coordinate proper transfer to a private facility.
Hospital of choice, sir.
Hospital of choice. For the retired, we admit retired personnel. However, there will be a portion na binabayaran nila. If we have those medicines and all the materials needed, we provide. But mostly, kung wala, binibili talaga.
All right, so
retired
sometimes they could replace ba, sir, the medicines na ginagamit? No? Kasi syempre, sa ating mga kasundaluhan na gagamit doon, they are retired. We do have what we call the Veterans Hospital that's supposed to be. But considering that the hospital here at Central is very accommodating, di ba? Kaya nga may tinatawag tayong authorized civilians na pwede nating pagbigyan pansin, no?
That's correct. Rhey.
Talking about the health.
But with regards to active military personnel, we usually do our best na to provide everything. No? So, meron lang time siguro na kailangan talagang maibili or mga laboratory tests na hindi available sa atin, they have to shell out a portion, and then later on ma-reimbursement yun sa...
All right. So, thank you, sir, for that question para sa ating mga kasundaluhan na nakikinig, lalo na sa ating mga retired personnel. Sir, talking about sa mga gamot natin, siyempre, once they are admitted sa ating hospitals or even outpatient department, do we have that services sa ating outpatient pharmacy na, of course, lalo na kung halimbawa, possibility, meron pa rin bang bumibili pa rin ba sila ng mga gamot? If they are admitted?
This is actually a sad truth, Rhey. No? Yung, nung pumasok ako sa service, that was 15 years ago, yung ceiling ng budget ng hospital is around ganito. Same pa rin hanggang ngayon. So just imagine the amount or the na mabibili namin with that ceiling. No? So we really have a hard time providing everything. No? But we made sure na lahat may bigay po natin, especially yung mga fast-moving medications na yung mga maintenance for the outpatient, and then yung mga admitted patients natin, yung mga emergency meds are always there. Meron lang talagang times na mabilis maubos because because of the very limited resources. And like I said, ever since na pagpasok ko, ganun pa rin. Yung gasoline ngayon, mahal na. So, yung mga ganun na instances. But nevertheless, we provide everything for our...
Yes, sir. So, we do have, naman, dito sa AP Health Service Command, special releases, no? Na in case we are deficient on the resources, the usual ba, sir, ginagawa niyo na you need to request from higher ups para at least masuportahan tayo.
The Health Service Command has been very supportive, especially during COVID.
Yan yung dapat i-highlight, sir, di ba?
Binabaan ng special release.
Ayun, so...
Because talagang hirap kami that time.
Correct, sir. So, definitely, thank you, sir. At least alam na ating mga viewers, ating mga katropa na ikinig dyan that we are supported by our higher ups, no? Our AP Health Service Command. Depending on the, syempre, it's a case-to-case basis, no? Talking about COVID-19 pandemic that's hit dito sa ating Cebu area. So, doon lahat, ang dami, no? So moving on tayo, sir, no? How about, sir, sa ating mga karatig hospitals or government man or private hospitals na kung saan, meron ba tayong mga existing MOA na meron tayo dito?
Na-mention na ni Chief a while ago na meron tayong immediate na mapaglipatan ng patient in case na hindi kakayanin sa level 1 facility natin. So that would be Vicente Soto Memorial Medical Center. And aside from that, hindi na mahihirapan maglipat ngayon because we have this digital referral system na kino-coordinate na natin beforehand. So pagdating ng patient doon, be it a private institution, it's assured na talagang he will be taken care of paglipat niya. So for the meantime na dito muna natin while waiting for the referral to be accepted. So in terms of memorandum of agreement, we have already drafted a MOA to a private hospital na hopefully sooner pag na na yun, diretso na admit and then we'll just pay later. Parang yung ginawa nung Viluna to Heart Center, parang gano'n. So we will be eventually having those.
Yes, sir. Napaka-importante talaga magkaroon tayo ng memorandum of agreement because sabi natin, we are just a level 1 hospital dito sa Visayas Command or sa area ng inyong Visayas Command or Health Service Center Central. And for a fact, lalo na kung it's emergency situation, sir, na kailangan natin, we need to stabilize, but on the level of your hospital, syempre, kailangan natin i-evac yung patient para at least to survive because saving the lives of these personnel is our priority, di ba? Napaka-importante po yun, sir. Ma'am, ibalik ko kay Chief yung question dito. Ma'am, considering, ma'am, sa tagal ng panahon na hindi pa rin fully develop ang inyong center or hospital, you are now the leader, you are now the chief or the leader in this Health Service Center Central, no? Ano po ba inyong action dito towards developing a good plan para mapaganda naman sa ating mga katropang nakikinig dito, lalo sa area of responsibility ng Visayas Command?
Actually, kina-consider ko yung center na kung ihahambing mo sa pediatric na level is under 5 pa naman. We just recently celebrate our 4th founding anniversary.
Very new pa talaga ang Health Service Command.
Bata pa
5 years pa lang po tayo.
Oo. At nakakatuwa nga kasi naka-align naman sa mission namin yung aming tema doon. With state na Health Service Center Central, a team in one cadence towards a fitting health services. Sa ngayon naman kasi, with the internal and the outside na mga support, plus pinaigting naman kasi yung development plan, which we have submitted already. And sa kasalukuyan, marami namang parang ongoing repairs dito sa hospital at may kasunod pang nakasala.
Standby, sala.
Standby na sana matugunan ng
Siyempre, sa daming health service centers na nangangailangan ng budget din, no?
Yes.
So they need also to prioritize. Pero siyempre, pagbigyan naman kayo niya ni Sir.
Yes. Kasi adding insult to injury, di ba? Na kami nang nangangailangan dahil sa COVID, na-audit pa kami. So, parang...
Double jeopardy.
Double jeopardy. So, ganun. Sa ngayon naman, maraming enhancement na nangyayari with napaka-able naman namin na XO na talagang hands-on.
Iba talaga si Sir Kapanag.
Internal medicine. Living testimony ako kasi hindi naman ako nagpadala outside.
Yes,
moderate Delta affected. O diba, na naman, naka-recover. And another thing is that ang isa pa na initiative ni XO, ni Colonel Kapanag, is yung online conferencing with other MTF sa
dito sa area, ma'am, ng Visayas Command.
Sa even Third ID, and sa Mactan,
BGP NIAB, sa Air Force,
and other even sa Samar, ganoon, to say kung ano ang minomonitor, kung ano na yung status nila, especially in COVID cases.
Alright. So at least na-monitor natin, ma'am, towards sa mga different facilities or MTFs, even though there is no command relationship na tinatawag. Kasi syempre, Army yon. But talking about your health service, syempre, kailangan, we are one AFP, di ba? Hindi ibig sabihin nito, we're just talking about the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, but we're talking about here, one AFP Health Service Command. Kaya, napaka-importante ginawa ng inyong XO, Colonel Kapanag, sir. Ayun, palakpakan naman natin yung mga supporters natin dyan.
Actually, team effort yun.
Team effort, siyempre. Hindi pwedeng ikaw lang, sir, with the help of the chief nurse, our chief centers, and of course, our dental. Ma'am, moving on tayo. Siyempre, ma'am, dito tayo sa ating chief nurse. Siyempre, kanina pa to siya naghihintay ng katanungan. As the chief nurse, ma'am, nung time ng pandemic, no? Siyempre, once nandun ka, ma'am, nung nagkaroon ng COVID surge dito sa Health Service Centers Central, lalo na dito sa Cebu City, ano yung response, ma'am, ng ating Health Service Center Central during the highest case ng nag-positive ang COVID-19 dito sa Cebu City?
Alam mo, Rhey, very challenging nung time na nag-assume ako as the Chief Nursing Service of Camp Lapu-Lapu Station Hospital. I was designated as the Chief Nursing Service 16 March. Then 25 March, na-announce na ng pandemic.
Parang April na yung dumami, ma'am. So March ka.
I assumed the office April 4. So very challenging in a way. Pero yung predecessor ko na si Lieutenant Colonel Lee, nag-initiate na siya ng mga TINE about COVID-19, and at the same time, in-enhance na niya yung mga knowledge and skills about our ng mga nursing service personnel on the management of COVID-19. So during the surge or the epicenter, the Cebu City was considered as
Yes, ma'am. Dito talaga, ma'am, di ba? Grabe.
July of 2020. So we have 177 cases during that time. So it exceed our bed capacity. Fortunately, actually, with the support of our health service center, our health service command, nagpadala sila ng augmentation that time. Timing lang in a way, that was 25 June. Nagpadala sila with the coordination from different major services sa Army, Navy, and Air Force. Nagpadala sila ng nurse corps, our enlisted
Doctors,
personnel,
medical aidman corps. So marami, ma'am. It's a composite team.
To augment our medical treatment facility, kasi ang nangyari doon, almost 75% of our personnel were infected with
So
COVID-19.
nag-positive, karamihan.
Andun ka rin that time.
Muntik na ako. Pero ako, hindi ako nag-positive. Baka ngayon.
So yun yung nangyari. Nag-step up talaga ang nursing service. Kasi our
EXO at the same time.
grabe.
Was as affected, ma'am. Nag-positive din, ma'am, no?
Saludo ako kay Colonel Cabana because maski infected siya with COVID-19, talagang siya yung nagmamanage ng pasyente. Pumupunta talaga siya maski...
Wala ba kayong mga kamay dyan, mga supporters?
Pinupuntahan talaga niya yung mga patients.
Di ba? Para kay Colonel Cabanag, sir. Di ba? With the support. Internist kasi, ma'am. Siyempre, ganun talaga.
Hindi talaga niya pinababayaan.
Even though na-admit na siya nun, ma'am.
Admitted siya that time. So we have close contact with Colonel Cabanag na yung mga management. So during that time, we assess saan ba kami medyo merong mga lapses.
Nagkulang. Siyempre, ma'am. The protocols, kakastart lang kasi nun, ma'am, nung COVID, no?
True. Actually, lahat naman tayo, we are not ready. Especially the facility itself, ang Camp Lapu-Lapu
15 lang ba yun, sir? Yung capability nun, yung EQF?
Yeah.
15
so,
bed. No?
During that time, wala pa talaga kaming COVID or community quarantine facility that time. So, in-house namin or ina-admit namin sa annex. It's good na ang San Miguel Corporation Foundation nagbigay ng 15-bed capacity na emergency quarantine facility. So doon talaga namin nailagay ang mga COVID cases namin. Because it exceed the number of
bed capacity na inyong hospital.
So kung saan na lang namin nilalagay. So we contain or we stop the operational activities of the hospital, yung mga physical examination, mga management of non-COVID. So we focus solely on COVID cases management. So doon nag-step up ang nursing service. At the same time, during the assumption of us, the chief nursing service, medyo insufficient yung staff because of the mga exemptions of our mga staff.
Comorbidity, ma'am. Siyempre, may mga edad na. Siyempre, takot pa tayo nun.
But we have, kami ng mga initiative. Like, for example, we assess the facility, we identify the zoning. Kami ng mga zoning, the red, the green, and the yellow zones para at least ma-contain namin yung COVID virus. The same time, we also manage our personnel. Nagkakaroon sila ng mga quarantine hub. Meron din kaming initiative, may kinreate kami na quarantine hub. In a way, doon yung mga suspected namin na personnel, doon na muna natin i-contain.
Ma'am, may mga hospitals bang tumutulong sa inyo during that time of COVID-19 pandemic? Do we have to evacuate our patients? It could be mild, moderate, or severe.
Yun
May
nga.
mga kaso ba tayong nangyayari
Yung
dyan?
mga sinabi ko kanina, very able talaga and very competent our internists.
Galing talaga eh. Wala talaga ibang pagmamalaki. Colonel Cabanag pa rin.
Actually, for 2020 to 2021, we have 406 COVID cases.
Kadami, ma'am, no?
mild to
406,
severe cases.
imagine.
So wala talaga kaming in-evac. Lahat ng mga military personnel.
Hinahandle talaga ni Sir Cabanag and ma'am, no?
Inano talaga namin.
And
hindi
I'm a
talaga
living
yan.
testimony dyan. Bakit? Dahil aking relative, no? Muntik na rin, ma'am. Namatay yung husband niya. The same time, siya yung naapektuhan. Ngayon, syempre, with the help of Sir Cabanag. Praise God! Wala ba kayong mga kamay dyan?
Actually, team effort yun, Rhey. We really had our backs against the wall during those times. Pero yun na nga, especially yung sa Delta, wala ka nang ma-evacuate.
Papuntahan ng mga hospitals because puno, sir.
Lahat. So, aside from we take in patients. So, meron kasing standing order na gawin yung military facilities na
Kahit sa mga civilian
kahit
sectors.
civilian. So, meron kaming mga civilian na
So naiiba ang inyong AP Health Service Center Central kung sa iba ito yung difference nila or advantage nila. Dito, pati civilian, siyempre, ina-admit na rin natin.
And salute back to the nurses. They were the
Of
ones
course, the
really
front
the
lines, sir, the front lines. Diba?
Kung hindi lang ma-monitor na maayos, especially with the Delta na one thing, okay ka ngayon, and the next day.
Iba na, sir.
So,
Alright.
so yun.
So, siyempre, bigyan din natin ng pansin at palakpak si Chief Nurse, si Ma'am Erlene. Ayan.
Shout out ko rin sa mga nurses namin,
Yan.
especially yung mga nurse corps officers na sila talaga yung they are the
Sila
secretaries
Carla,
contact.
ma'am, Ugadan,
Yeah,
sila
Captain Karandang,
Rochelle
Lieutenant-
Ramos.
Yeah,
Kilala ko
Lieutenant
sila, ma'am, no?
Karandang, Ugadan, Lieutenant Bolo,
Bolo, ayan.
Iglesias, Roche, Lieutenant Bilano. Sila yung mga talaga.
Supportive nurse corps.
Supportive. O sila nagko-contact.
Of course, ma'am, ating mga civilian nurses at nursing
Of
attendants.
course, ng mga civilian
Yeah.
personnel natin. Yan talaga ang natin, strong force or workforce, our civilian.
May dagdag ata si Sir. Ayan, Sir.
Most of all, yung ating last woman standing.
Yeah, sino yun?
CO.
CEO. Of course. We would like to recognize,
Very
no?
supportive sa mga
Kailangan natin, sir.
proactive measures na ginagawa natin. So lahat
With the guidance, sir. no?
yes, so naging in place. So eventually we actually won against COVID.
Yan. So,
ngayon,
the battle here sabi nga dito, sa Battle of Mactan, nanalo. Dito sa Battle against COVID-19 sa Visayas Community Health Service Center Central, panalo pa rin tayo. Palakpakan naman natin ulit. Wala kayong bayad ngayon, ha?
Pero may dagdag po
May
na,
dagdag pa
kasi
si ma'am.
aside from the nursing service, meron din tayong hand-in-hand, we coordinate with our laboratory, our medical technologists. Talaga meron tayong
Medtechs, of course, ma'am. No? Kasi sila yung laging nag-ano sa
Kasi
atin.
ang nursing
RT-PCR.
nursing service na meron sila, nagko-contact trace sila. For example,
Yeah.
meron ng positive, kino-contact
Tatawagan
trace.
talaga nila, ma'am.
There is talaga close coordination. At the
So-
same time sa mga natin duty na mga radiologists natin.
Ayun.
Alright.
So, lahat sila dyan sa hospital, ma'am.
Sa lahat
Sa
ng
vet man yan o
hospitals,
papadental man yan.
pharmacies. Special din also yung mga contribution po natin ng sa message natin.
Yes.
Of course, ma'am. Kung wala tayong pagkain, di ba?
Collaborative team effort talaga.
Team effort talaga ang ginagawa ninyong AFP Health Service Center Central. Ma'am, moving on tayo, ma'am, dito sa ating dental. Baka wala na tayong oras. Sir, ay alam ko kung kanina ka pa rin naghihintay. So, parang excited ka na rin, sir. Sir, how about sa dental dispensary, sir? Ano po yung mga capabilities na pwede natin ipagmalaki at siyempre willing na pupunta yung ating mga sundalo, mga authorized civilians or mga dependents na willing magpa-konsulta sa ating dental dispensary?
Ay, sa part po ng dental, actually po, with the coordination with the hospital and leadership of Ma'am Grace, actually before we settle for treating the patient, SOP sa amin yung dumadaan muna sa triads and we see to it meron silang ng antigen. So kasi po kami po direct hit kami sa in terms of COVID. So we do that first before namin i-treat, and with that with the support of my staff and personnel sa Camp Lapu-Lapu Dental Dispensary, I encourage and we, as a team, we treat our patient in our best capacity. So isa sa mga capability namin sa mga katropa at yung sa mga civilian, lalo na pag mayroong mga emergency, we also cater them, no? So isa yan is the oral examination before treating, no? Before treatment. So SOP yan, kailangan i-check muna namin kung anong gagawin, and we will also advise the patient kung anong gagawin namin at kung i-refer ba namin or we treat in the facility. With that, sa aming opisina, the dispensary, generally we treat all the basic, generally we treat the patient, no, sa concern the dental mga treatment. So example dyan is yung pasta, meron kami yan.
Very common talaga yun, sir, no?
Yes.
Mga nagpapasta, papustiso,
pagpabulot,
cleaning, mga pagpapaganda.
Yes, kasama yan. Pero with siyempre, meron with that, may mga limitations din kami, no? So kasi we have different specialties, no?
Yes, sir.
Ako, nag-opera ako, and yung iba doon, nagpo-prosto, nag-root canal, iba nag-orto. So, yung mga gusto magpaganda dyan, no, braces, no?
Kayang-kaya ba natin, sir?
We are capable of that.
Ayan. So, sino yung mga katropang gustong magpakaroon ng braces or retainers? Ayan. Willing dito sa Health Service Center Central.
With that, isa pa sa mga ano ko na mention mo yung aming innovation, no?
Yes, sir. Innovations. Ano po yan?
So, yung innovation namin with the isa kasi dyan yung yung enhanced dental health record, which is a marching order of our Chief Dental, Brigadier General Angelica Torres. Kailangan kasi it is very important record for the personnel, no? Kasi isa yan is yung ginawang ng kanyang husband si retired Brigadier General Reynaldo Torres. Inintroduce niya kasi yung forensic odontology sa dental service. So, ang aim niya is lahat ng dentist, military man or civilian, marunong mag sa forensic. Kasi important yan, lalo sa tropa, pag may nangyari,
yes, sir,
during disaster, man-made man or...
hindi na makilala, sir.
Yes.
Lalo na kung nasunog or any... katulad ng nangyari sa C-130 crash.
Correct.
Diba, sir? Sunog na.
Battle casualty.
Yes, sir.
Tulad ng mga nag-crash nga, so yung sa mamasapan, yung mga napatulan ng
ulo, sir.
Na-dismember yung katawan,
yes, sir. Paano natin ma-identify through your dental
record,
records?
Kaya very important yan. Kaya yung nung enhanced dental record
program,
dental health record system, no? Ang kanyang concept, no, is to magkaroon ng isang centralized database. With that, we can have all information ng lahat ng katropa na andun lahat ng dental record nila.
So kahit mapalayo ka man dyan, sir, 3 ID ka man, 8 ID,
Yes,
at least
yes.
meron ang inyong
Yes,
AP
we
Health
have
Service
that.
Center Central.
So yung iba, hindi na mahirap ba sa sa 8 ID, which is part ng AOR namin, or the third ID.
Kahit saan sila,
Yes.
meron pa ring record ng
So
Central.
we can send the record.
Yan, mga records,
send
sir.
it papunta roon. So,
Kasi pag ma-DS sila, sir, or ma-relocate, di ba?
yes.
From one unit to another,
Correct. So it is already all over the Philippines na
meron ng ganyang system,
meron.
sir.
Actually, inano na namin, actually we do it parang
So malaki-laking budget nito, sir.
may
Programming,
mga
no?
programming, mga training.
ICT,
yes,
alright.
tsaka dapat merong dedicated na computer. So we are also we must have a tawag natin
ICT equipments.
dedicated
Ayan.
computer for that.
Yes, sir.
Sa bawat dental dispensary or
For monitoring purposes
yes,
and
and also yung recording.
yes, sir.
So very important yan sa mga katropa kasi lalo na yung sa mga may nangyari, yung mga for may namatayan, example, no? Kailangan nilang yung makilala para mailibing na properly, and for also the financial assistance na kaming from DAP para sa naiwan na family. Important yan kasi actually one of the cheapest, no, na to identify a person is through dental record.
Napakaganda no ng mga innovations na meron pala ang inyong dental dispensary, talking about kung halimbawa there are cases or calamities or disasters na siyempre hindi natin pwedeng ma-identify kagad, but through your dental forensic record, mapabilis sir ang pagkilala ng ating mga pasyente dito.
Tama, tama.
Alright, so
Okay.
sir, alam kong we only have, ano na ba, extend na ba tayo? Alam ko extended na kami no, ng 2 minutes right now, pasensya na. But anyway, there will be a final message sa ating Health Service Center Chief, no, Central, no other than Colonel Patanindagat, ma'am. Ma'am, sa ating mga katrobang nakikinig ngayon, no, dito sa Usapang Health Service, please promote your AP Health Service Center Central dito sa ating Visayas Command sa Cebu area, lalo na dito your servant in the Visayas. Anong pwedeng nilang pupuntahan? Anong pwede nilang pasyalan? Anong pwede nilang services na may render? Sabi nga, with the dental, with the chief nurse, and with your XO na inyong hospitals, lahat po nandyan na. But right now, it is your time, ma'am, to shine na dapat huwag silang maniwala sa ibang mga sayings dyan kasi they're the negative effect of your hospitals or your centers at the same time.
Okay, lamang na nalay down naman namin ang mga capabilities namin. Hinihikayat namin ang lahat na nasasakupan ng Visayas Command. Kasi sa ngayon, alam ko naman na lahat kami na mga staff and personnel are service with a smile sa lahat ng kasandaluhan. Hindi natin na-imbita ang ating veterinary na personnel, but then sa obserbasyon niya, ito lang ang veterinary service na sa ngayon, kayang-kayang pa-confine. Kung gusto niyo magpa-confine ng inyong mga pets, meron kaming space for them. Ako'y natutuwa kasi alam ko naman, nakikita niyo naman kung paano full force kami dito. So, lahat naman ng aming mga personal ay adept sa kanilang mga specialty. Kung mga doctors natin, they are calibered doctor.
Of course, mga consultant na yan. No?
Yes. Kung sa ating mga nurses naman, alam na, selfless service talaga yon, very committed. Pagdating naman sa dental natin, obviously, dahil gusto nila sa mga innovations at development sa kanilang area, sila ang mas mabilis na nakapag-enhance ng kanilang mga equipment.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, they have this parang trendy na, no?
Yes.
Na high-tech na chair. Nakakaingit na. Mas love sila ng Upsly and Denday. Meron talagang charm ito.
May support talaga.
Sir Ed.
Lang time.
Nasisimot niyang lahat ng mga
lahat ng mga slide.
Yung bus niyang hindi gumagana, sa ngayon nakagana na.
Yan. So, napaganda talaga mga sponsorship. So, we are requesting donations ba, ma'am? For any sponsorship that you are willing. Of course, the center is much waiting for your any donation.
Yes. At saka, hindi ako nagtatapos sa magpasalamat dun sa ating Viscom under kay Sir Daos. Kasi during the audit, kami talaga ang pinarity niya. Kumbaga, tinanggalan niya ng mga generator yung apartments ng mga staff para lang maibigay at magkaroon kami ng operation pa rin ng hospital. So,
salute, ma'am. Salute to Sir,
salute to Sir
Commander,
Commander.
Visayas Command. Any last greetings, ma'am, na pwede nating shout out dyan kasi wala na tayong time, ma'am?
Actually, kasi this is hindi ko lang alam kung nakulong yung first time. Natatakot ako baka mamaya yung aking mga close contact ay talagang ipatutok ko live. Sabi ko, maghintay na lang kayo ng replay.
Sa replay na lang pala.
Mag-filter muna ako. Gusto ko lang talagang napasalamatan din ng Health Service Command sa mga timely nila na mga suporta sa amin. Tulad ng mga pang-contingency na talagang make us confident to manage naman ang aming mga clientele. And TSG for downloading their policies para tugma yung mga ginagawa namin lalo na sa COVID na mga cases. And baka ako lang nagpapasalamat, marami pang gustong pasalamatan. Siyempre, baka mamaya masabi ng aming nurse corps, Ma'am Baharin, ayan na yung mga product nimo. Ayun, may mga tinitingala din tayo sa nurse corps na pinagkagagayahan para maging ganito tayo ka selfless na ano.
So lahat ma'am, pinapasalamatan na natin in behalf of your Health Service Center Central,
Yes.
headed by our Chief Health Service Center Central, Colonel Patrin Dagat, and with the team effort dito sa inyong AP Health Service Central. Maraming salamat dito sa Queen City of the South, Cebu City. Alam ko ma'am, wala na tayong oras. We need have to abide by the rules and regulation dito sa DWDD. Maraming salamat sa inyong suporta. Ma'am, once again, meron pa ba? Wala na? Sa ating mga taga U86 medical staff na inyong Health Service Center Central, sa CRG, sa PIO office, at dito lahat, dito sa ating Usapang Health Service, live dito sa inyong Camp Lapu-Lapu, Visayas Command. Thank you so much for being here, live here via Zoom. Of course, wala na tayong oras sa lahat ng mga nandyan sa YouTube channel at sa FB page. Sorry, hindi ko na kayo mag-greet, but next week, live po tayo, balik po tayo ng Metro Manila sa Quezon City, doon sa AP HSC Lavi Main, no? Doon po tayo magla-live ng via Zoom. We'll be talking about your C-130 crash survivor, no? Makikilala natin kung sino siya, together with your plastic surgery doctor, kung paano niya ginawa into a good-looking person itong 60% na burn patient natin. So please, don't forget to follow our FB page again dito sa Public Information Office ninyong AP Health Service Command. At of course, thank you ma'am for the opportunity, sir. We're very glad sa aming team PIO. Thank you so much to our team tech sa DWDD. Thank you for watching us live here via Zoom. Maraming salamat at mabuhay tayong lahat. Goodbye.
Noon hanggang ngayon, ang iyong AFP Health Service Command patuloy ang pag-aalaga, pagbabalita ng
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.